No, Detroit might go 7 o'clock Central Time. I don't know if you're still here, but all right, we are live. Waiting for people to get in here. Hello. Don't you need a headset? I don't really need a headset tonight. So, welcome everybody. The members live stream chat only. This is where we're celebrating our members and everything else. I'm going to bring up a screen share. I'm going to talk a little bit about what our course is and stuff to start with, so you guys can understand that. So I'm going to get over to that and share my screen with you. So we got one person in here. If you're here, say hi, say hello, welcome. If you're a member, go ahead. Why is window? Let's do it that way. All right. Add to stage. I probably can't see it like that. You can see it like that. Welcome, Pat Dell. How are you tonight? Good seeing you again. Haven't seen you heard from you in 30 minutes. So just got off the other live. But so just waiting maybe for a few more people to get on here. For members, hopefully we get some people on here. If not, that's okay. We got 4 people watching. So yeah, this is a members chat only. So if you become a member, you can definitely watch this chat or chat in here. It's $2.99. You can watch this, but it's a members only chat to celebrate the members and thank them for being members and everything. So we do appreciate everybody. And Pat Dell is also part of our Growth Bites, which we can go over to that program, is this one right here. This is our Growth Bites. So got a community here. So Pat, you can always communicate in this community and chat with us as well. So definitely do that. Pat got that as a lifetime. But this is $27. You get a video a day of this daily dose of microgreens magic. That picture is going to be changing. Just made a new one. I just put this one up to have something up there. But you get daily videos. New videos come out all the time. Right now we have 7. We'll be putting another one out today on here. So you get daily tips on how to grow your microgreen business right here. So that's that one. All right. Phone's going off. So just let me take care of that. Sure. Okay. There we go. We are planning on doing a giveaway if we get, a few people on here. We need to get some more people on here. But so this is our Growth Bites daily videos. You get a calendar here. Go to calendar. And on the 29th, we're doing Q&A, group Q&A. We're going to do these quarterly at least, probably bi-monthly, most likely. We're going to do that. So that's coming up on the 29th. You can go in there, add that to your calendar, and get ready to be there for that one. So, thank you, Pat. Appreciate that. So, yep, that's coming up on the 29th. We'll be doing that. That's for the Growth Bite members. Just updated the classroom. So, see how fast she is? Boom. Gets it done. So that's that. You can get this right now for $27. Yeah, if anybody's on here and wants this, just email me GB27, Mike at Microgreen Business Coaching, and we can get that over to you for $27 and help you out. I'm glad Pat's enjoying the videos. Oh, it's okay. Jess will post the link for that. Okay. So that's $27. If you want lifetime, that will be email. I have 2 slots left for that lifetime $247. I just have 2 slots left. $247, you get the Growth Bites for life. You get a one-on-one with me whenever you want it. You get 2 resource sheets, a crop planning sheet, how to plan out your crops, how to, do your crops, seeding to see our yields, all that information you get there. And then you get the price calculation sheet, probably the most important sheet, knowing how to price your microgreens and make sure you make money. So highly important for that. So you get all that if you do the lifetime. If you do just do the monthly, that's fine too. I know that that's less than $1 a day. This is where a lot of people need to start at, less than $1 a day, and you get Growth Bites daily videos out to you for every month as long as you're paying. So if you can only, $27, very good deal, of these videos. So these videos I have to put out daily, so that's it's work, but I want to help you. So get in there. And then you have the community that you can start posting in and asking questions as well in. So do that as well. Any questions on that? If you're a member and you're here, say hello. I know Detroit Mike was on here earlier around 6:06, but we weren't here yet because it was 7 o'clock for that. Not Eastern time, Central Standard Time. Everything I talk about is going to be Central Standard Time because that's where we live at. So obviously that's what we're going to go on. All right. Any questions or anything, guys? We are open tonight. So obviously this is for members chat. So don't know how many members we have on. We have 6 people watching. If you want this Growth Bites, Jess will put a link in the chat for that. That is $27. You can just, if you want to get on that, you can just jump on that right away. Tonight, less than $1 a day. You'll spend $1 a day on a lot of worse things. So, all right. You want to see our main course? I can show you in our main course. Want to go over there? Anybody? Any questions? I don't know how many members are on here. That's the bad part about, YouTube. I can see 5 people on here, but I don't know who's members, who's not. So who can talk, who can't talk. So I'm really glad them videos are helping you out, Pat. John Colley became a new member today on this, so we appreciate John joining in membership. All right, so I'm going to go over and show you our main course. So again, in here, this is the chat. We are obviously getting a lot more stuff going on over here in chat, so you can do that. You got general discussion. We put wins in here, challenges, Zooms calls go all in here when I get them uploaded. YouTube Lives will go in here. Introduce yourself. Nobody did, but introduce yourself. They did it in general, but yeah, there's an introduce yourself now, so you can do it there. So then in the classroom, we got multiple things. You got the big course thing here. So the course, it's got all these videos, business development plan. You got setting up your growth space, how to set it up, growing and harvesting. What do you need? All that stuff you need for that. Marketing, probably one of the biggest sections here. How to market your business. This is a big section. My wife loves this section. She does all them videos. So microgreen business beginning, labeling your microgreens ready for retail, leftovers, stuff like that. Delivering, how to deliver your microgreens, what's the best way to deliver them, times, all that stuff's in here and that. So that's just that. And then you have all the resources. So you have the SMART goal, the crop planning, business sheet, crop sheet, marketing stuff in here as well. Any other things we add will be in resource-wise will be in here as well. You get all that. Then you get the weekly lives here. So you see all these weekly lives, you get that. This is $97 a month. We can put that in the chat as well. So you can join that if you would like. $97 a month. And if you get this, you get all of this stuff. You get how to grow. And you also get the weekly lives. And you get the Growth Bites stuff as well. At $97 a month, we'll give you the Growth Bites goes with this as well. But you also get how to grow microgreens. All our how to grows are on there. More and more of them to come. Our YouTube lives are here as well. And then tips, tools, and spreadsheets. So this is where all the spreadsheets are going to go. All the tools, that we use in growing microgreens and the microgreen business and everything else is there. So you can check that out. All right. All right. What else do we want to talk about tonight? Pat, you might be the only one here that's a member. So, if you got any questions, utilize this time. We can help you out. All right. Like that comment. Like that comment. Gonna highlight that comment. Anybody else got anything? I'm just sitting there. All right. Are you on the mic? Okay. All right. Well, I'll read it. Since switching to T8s, I'm noticing the growth in the ends are turning inward towards the lights somewhat. Is that to be expected? Do you ever use 2 lights per shelf? You will see a little inward turn on them because they're going to stretch towards the light, so they're kind of turning inward, but it doesn't hamper the growth. It actually might kind of help the growth out because they're stretching. So the plants are stretching, looking for light. So you're getting that little bit more stretch out of them. When you use 2 lights, T5s, you'll be okay. You won't have as much of the curve and everything else. They still will get a little bit stretched, but we found like the T8s, we get a little bit better yield, just a little bit better yields out of it because they're stretching more for the light because they're not oversaturated with light. So, only thing I would recommend if you want more of an even growth would be for peas, maybe using T5s on the peas because they really stretch towards the light on the edges for sure. So, but other than that, you're gonna get a little bit better growth. You're welcome. One of the biggest part of the courses, guys, though, is the community. This is where you can get all your questions answered. People ask about slides, they're asking about basil stuff, self-liners. A lot of great questions going here. You can see that. A lot of communication going on in here. This is the best part about having a community. Everybody's in here, so talking all week long. Everybody helping everybody out. It's just not me. It's everybody else in the community as well. Playing in the music. Put my headphones on. I can hear the music. We chat here, hopefully. Wanted to hang out with the church. I'm like this for everybody. We're not getting much interaction. So, I think we're going to check to see like everybody who likes, so that's good. 5 viewers, so people are watching. I appreciate you watching. Trying to get everybody in here and talking. So anything anybody want to talk about? Yeah, let's do that. Jess is gonna change us over to channel subscribers. Let you guys talk if you're a channel subscriber. So if you're not a channel subscriber, go ahead and talk. And if you got anything, let us know. We do have an upcoming webinar. If you're interested in that, that will be coming up soon. On the 17th of February, we'll be doing a webinar. It's going to be at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on the 17th. That is a Saturday. This is a paid webinar that we have to do. Today it is $4. Every day it will go up in price, up to $9. Still cheaper than a Starbucks cup of coffee. So very cheap to get some great information. So we'll be sending information over to Pat Dell. We got a couple others that wanted information on it, so we'll be sending that over. So a Microgreen Business Boot Camp is what our name of our webinar is. So can't wait to get you guys that information and get that over to you. It's going to be a lot of fun bringing that to you. There's the email address in there. So Mike at microgreenbusinesscoaching.com, and send that over web one. And if you send that over tonight, we will get you in for the $4. Then tomorrow night, it'd be up to $5. So still cheap, but just giving people bonuses that are signing up early. So get in on that. Taking any questions anybody has? Anybody have any questions? Taking them tonight. Kind of was planning on just hanging out with members, but it looks like we didn't get everybody in. We do have 44 members, 42 members, something like that. So I thought we'd have quite a few of you guys here tonight, but so we're gonna have to figure out a really good night to do this for everybody to be here. So, but if you're subscribed to the channel, you can make any comment, you can talk, you can get you guys going here. So. Oh, Music Jewel's here. How you doing, Music Jewel? Howdy. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Howdy. Just stopped by to say hi, but I have to go start getting the dog farm setting. Okay. I'm starting my dog farm setting. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Welcome in. Glad to have you here for a few moments. Pat, where do you buy your clamshells? I bought 64-ounce containers on Amazon. They're tamper resistant, almost impossible to open. Almost impossible for you to open to pack, or almost impossible for people to open up. We get ours from Webstront, is where we buy them from. Jess will throw a link in the chat here. That's also in our resource sheets, which you should probably have access to. But yeah, 64-ounce containers. We get them from Webstront. They're tamper resistant too, but sometimes they do like to stick I find that the tamper resistant ones like each other a lot better, and they kind of stick together when you're trying to open them. And sometimes you do break some that you can't use anymore, which sucks, but part of having tamper resistance, I guess. But yeah, these ones aren't bad. The 64s aren't bad. It's the 24s I seem to have the most problem with getting apart. They stick together really good. So Music Drill has 30 minutes. All right. Can hang out with us longer. Awesome. Just kind of hanging out tonight. Was wanting to really celebrate you guys. I was hoping to get at least 10 people on here to do some giveaways, but you know what? I'll hang out with ones that are here. Whoever's here, we can hang out. We can talk. I have to pry them open with a butter knife. They don't have very big tab to open them up. I will check Webstron. Okay. Yeah. I think Jess is getting you a link for that in the chat, the ones that we use. So you might want to check that out. So I am over on TikTok as well. Hi, Scott. How are you? I'm just kind of showing, doing a live on YouTube. Members only live, taking questions and stuff over there as well. Thanks for joining us over on TikTok. I just kind of do behind the scenes kind of stuff over on TikTok and kind of show people what I'm doing and everything else. So that's why we're over there on TikTok right now. So yeah, do you absolutely need tamper resistance on them, Pat Dell, or are they do you have to have them? Is that a requirement? Because we used some other ones that weren't tamper resistance that were pretty good before. And they came apart really easy and they were nice. We used to use them for restaurants. Then we went to 64-ounce containers for other deliveries and stuff. We just decided to go ahead and just use them for the restaurants as well. Hey, thanks, Scott. Thanks for the little confetti thing. Appreciate that. Thanks for the comment as well, Scott. Appreciate that. Music Jewel over on YouTube. Have you guys heard of anyone being able to sell to cafeterias at schools, hospitals, etc.? I really believe in the health benefits. We're trying to work with some schools right now. That's kind of our one of our big initiatives right now with this grant that we're doing. We're trying to get into doing with schools, so we need a vehicle that can deliver to them better because it would be a lot bigger orders. So we're working on that. So we're hoping to work with schools. Haven't messed with the hotel, or with the hospitals yet, just because they have a lot of more parameters and certifications. We got to get that GAP certification done, which we're working on as well with that GAP certification. So hopefully soon we will get that done. Jess is going to throw a link in for Farm to School. So she'll get that in for you. You can check that out. And there's the not tamper resistant ones. There's the full school, Farm to School link. And Christina, hello again. I heard of a lot of you, seen your picture a lot today. It's good to see. Glad you're over here. Thanks for being over here. Does overwatering cause mode? Trying to think of ways to I'm getting mowed. The webbing looks kind of like kills your plants. Overwatering definitely can cause that. The more moisture you have in there, you definitely have a chance of having overwatering that would cause mold for sure. So definitely check that out with the mold. That could be it. So what is it growing on? Is it your cilantro that you're getting the mold issues? Cilantro doesn't seem to like a lot of water. So Pat, no, just 164s. I think the Amazon an available decent price. Yeah, so yeah, just go with like Jess said, just go with the second link. Then the choice brands would work just fine for you as well. Welcome DIY Design Mark over on TikTok. Thanks for joining me. You get to see my ugly mug really close in the camera on TikTok behind the scenes of this YouTube live. Just holding it. It's kind of cool behind the scenes kind of thing, you know? Just seeing me reading questions, answering stuff. Unless somebody really tells me they really don't like it, then I will change. But all right. Yeah, if you don't need that, I would recommend not doing that for sure. Mostly cilantro, basil, sometimes radishes. Yeah, we don't really have radishes like a lot of water at the end. And then there's some point when they get to the end, they don't want any water at all. They're just going to dry out anyway. They're just done. So yeah, definitely watch that. Cilantro, watering on that. Yeah, plug your mic in because you can talk about cilantro watering. Ooh, you should probably have it off when
I
you
should
plug it in.
probably turn it off before I do that.
Yes. All right. There's Jess.
So cilantro likes a semi-light watering, similar to like an arugula. It doesn't want too much, but it can handle some. Basil, I don't know if we've gone through basil growing with you yet. We cover it in a dome straight out of planting, so it goes into a clear dome for 1 week. That whole week, I am only top watering with the mist. I don't bottom water at all that first week. It is misting every day over the top. And then once that dome is removed after 1 week, we start bottom watering those then. And it's pretty light on the bottom watering. At that point, they'll have roots down. I prefer growing the basil in a mesh tray. If we have mesh trays available, we'll do the mesh trays. It seems like they kind of have more even watering at that point. It's an option. It's not necessary, but we definitely do try to use the mesh trays if we can for basil, and kind of giving them enough water, but not so much that the top saturates. So you're trying to keep them almost dry at that point. So you keep them wet the whole first week to make sure they germinate really, really well, because they're mucilaginous seeds. So they want to be gooey like a tomato seed for that first week and get them growing. You'll see cute little tiny basils after a week. And then once you get them situated for that first week, you're going to go into the bottom watering, and it's pretty light. They don't need a lot. Radishes, yeah, they're thirsty until they're not. And suddenly they're not.
And they're not.
About day 7, they become very, very like, we don't want any more. I think that's kind of like the point where they're crowding themselves in. Yep. So you don't want to overwater them at that point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Pat Dell, found them. They are in my cart. Thanks, Jess. Okay. Awesome. Glad to help you out there. If you do start buying a lot with Restaurant, I do recommend getting the membership because you get the free shipping and everything else for $99. It helps save us a lot of money.
Side note, they give you the first month free. So if you plan on a big order, just do the first free month.
Yeah. Yep. And then cancel before they charge you. Yep. Restaurant will give you the first free month for free. So you save that $99. And just get as much as you can in that time frame, I guess. Yeah. Jason Humphreys, welcome over. One of our newest members. In previous videos, you mentioned that you had light schedules to be on between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. Do you harvest at 9 a.m.? Do you notice less condensing and longer shelf life that schedule? Jess.
All right. So the way plants work, when there's light on, they are awake. They bring all the moisture up into their canopy. They're breathing out a lot of liquid. So they have that condensation coming out. So whenever they're breathing out oxygen and water. When the lights go out, they kind of go dormant. So they continue to breathe out oxygen, but the water goes back down into the root system. So you want to bring that water back down into the root system. There's less water in the canopy, and then they'll have, water down by the roots and stuff, but they won't have as much water up in their canopy. After about an hour, they're kind of in sleep mode at that point. Much better to harvest at that point because you have much fewer moisture issues in that canopy because they're not breathing out any water. Does that make sense? In the very simplest of terms.
Very simplest of terms. Let us know, Jason, if you need any more clarification on that. Music Joe, amazing. Thank you for the link. Farm to School, you guys are the best. Well, thank you for saying that. We just try to help as much as we can. We do appreciate that. Jason says yes. Thank you. Awesome. Glad we can help. Does anybody on here know about our webinar offer? Did Jess post? You post that? Our webinar offer? I think you had that. Yep. Is there? So for the people getting on here late, we do have a webinar offer. You can email me, Mike, at microgreenbusinesscoaching.com. Web one, that is $4 right now. $4. Tomorrow it'll be $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 every day. It's going to go up by $1 until it's $9. And then we're going to close down the registration at that point. So we know how many people we have in there. We are taking only 250 people in there max. I don't know we'll hit that, but I hope we do. But the most we can handle is 250 in there. So that's the most we will take. So get in early. It's cheaper than a cup of coffee right now. Anywhere, really, now. How much this stuff costs. So, yeah, you can just email Mike at microgreenbusinesscoaching.com and just put web one, and I will get that over to you. We got any other comments or questions or anything on that? And after tonight's live, we will have the link set up for that. So it'll just be in the comments of this video after it goes live. After it goes on YouTube, we'll have that on there. You can just join directly with that link. But I wanted to get people in right away that wanted that $4 deal. Was going to start it tomorrow at $5, but I figured I'd just go ahead and start it today at $4 and get you in if anybody wanted it. There we are, Harvesting Success, a microgreen business boot camp. I will be promoting this out and everything else, so make sure you get in. Because we might get 250. I don't know. 250, it shuts off, so. Do you use exhaust fans besides regular fans for circulation in your grow room? We did when we were in our house. We used an exhaust fan to blow out because we were getting a lot of hot air being in that condensed area, a lot of moisture in there, a lot of humidity, everything else. So exhaust fan just helped blow some of that out. It had a set temperature that would kick on. So it would kick on if it got too hot and blow that hot air out. Since we're in the warehouse now, we don't really need it because there's so much air circulation with the fans going on, with the HVAC system does a really good job. So it just depends on where environment you are and if you need it. But where we're at now, we don't need an exhaust fan. And what level we're at with what plants. Maybe if we fill the place completely, then we might need to look at exhaust fan stuff. But so if you got a small space, I definitely recommend them. If you're in a basement, you probably definitely need it to get some fresh air in there and circulate it out. In this big building, there's always fresh air coming in with that big HVAC system. So, Jess?
And I threw a link in for the vent fan that we used. Well, we still have it at the house.
Yeah.
And it was set to do, I think it was like 78. As soon as it hit 78, like that was like max threshold. If at any point it hit 78 in that room, it would start kicking on and pull all the hot air out. It was in the window on the upper part of the window. So on the top part of the window, we had installed it and then kind of propped the window and kind of built it in essentially without having to modify anything long term. And it was at the highest point we could get it so that all the heat that was rising up there, if it detected it was 78 degrees at the top of the window, it could kick on.
Want to answer that one?
Have you seen the Corsair Rosenthal box fan filter? Pretty cool for DIY. I have seen that. Yeah, it's a really great DIY option.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah, that definitely is an option for if you really want to kind of filtrate out any kind of pathogens that could be kind of floating around, especially if you're growing. Coming from MMJ Grower. Yep. So you know what exhaust fans do. Yes.
Yep. They can be very valuable depending on what your grow environment is. For sure can be valuable. kind of more relaxed day today with everybody. A relaxed night. We've done a lot of talking today. Enjoyed it. Really love it. Like getting into communities and talking to all of you, helping all of you out. It's one of our favorite things. Thursday is a great day for us to do some of this stuff every once in a while on Thursdays. So definitely, love it. We'll probably do a live tomorrow on TikTok. If you guys want to check out our TikTok, we'll probably go live on our YouTube Shorts feed as well, showing you guys behind the scenes a good planting and everything that we'll be doing. Just going to continue doing that because I want to be here to serve you guys and everything else. So super condensed issues in the house. Thinking of moving to the garage. Yeah, as long as you seal up the garage and you got a good environment in there, definitely might be better. But yeah, it was very condensed in our formal living room is what we used in formal dining room. And it got pretty tight in there. And so it was a lot of condensed air, like a lot of stagnant air. Even with the fans moving and everything else, we needed that exhaust fan to kick in and move out that hot air and exchange it. So dehumidifier was a huge thing getting it. Yes. If you don't have a dehumidifier and you're getting them same stuff, check that out. Christina, maybe the same thing if you're still on here. I don't know if you have a dehumidifier in your basement, but you might get that one of them thermometers that measures your humidity and your temperature. So that way you can definitely check on that and make sure you're within them ranges. Music Jewel, I'm trying to clean my whole house. No questions come to mind. Okay. You're good. We like hanging out with you. Lee. Haven't seen Lee here before. Welcome. What are your thoughts on automatic watering system? Well, we have automatic watering for our flowers and our lettuce right now. I have 40 flood trays that I bought that were used. Got a really good deal on them. So we're going to change our flowers over to being on a rack, get some basil stuff going with automatic watering, germination for lettuce for automatic watering, and then we're going to start testing at that point. We're going to start testing some automatic watering. So I think there's a certain level you get to that you probably need to start looking at it. It's not cheap to do unless you find a really good deal. So that's the only challenge because them trays can be like $125. I got them for $25 a piece for 40 of them. So got a great deal on that. Even got them delivered by somebody. So that was even better. So just had to pay these gas money and then you got to check out the farm. So that was cool. So a very good deal in that. But yeah, we're definitely, I think, get to a certain level that you really need to start looking at automatic watering. You got to dial it in just like you dial in watering. So there's going to be some growing pains with it. So grow extra trays and figure out what the automatic water needs to be before you just do the ones that you need to sell. But definitely have that. Love broccoli, but can it get stinky? Even the micro? Yeah, I guess without circulation. I haven't noticed that. And I would definitely, if it was stinky, would tell her and wouldn't eat it. Because, I'm that way. So I haven't noticed that, but I guess it can get stinky, she says. But love broccoli. I highly recommend broccoli for everybody. Everybody needs to eat broccoli microgreens. It will help you cure your cancer. That is not a medical diagnosis or anything. It's just personal experience. So definitely eat your broccoli microgreens. Please think about how easy it is to tear apart and clean. Yeah. On the automatic watering? Yes. Yeah, you have to have quick release stuff basically on it to be able to pull the trays out and clean them. For sure. Yep. Agreed. That's one thing we're working on as well. Christina, yes, I will do that. Thank you. I plugged in the dehumidifier for a bit. It reads 48. Then I was messing with the breaker, so I unplugged it. Needed to figure out the electrical part. Yeah, electrical part's important for sure. And they do take up a lot of electric. But it will help get that out and get your humidity down, which will help reduce some of the mold issues as well, probably. So Yeah, definitely on your own plug on the dehumidifier. You want to get that baby on its own circuits because it's going to take every bit of that, especially in your house, in your garage, in your basement, wherever. It's definitely going to take a lot of power. So you'll notice that when it kicks on, whoop, you see it flashing lights and it goes back down. So that kick on is big. So yes, in the grow room, my son mentioned it to me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just blind to it now at this point. I don't know. Yep. Then it pumps heat in the room, and you got to get the heat out, and yeah, it's a it's a vicious cycle. So you got to set your temperatures and get all that done and everything else. We have a dehumidifier sitting next to our heat and air conditioning portable unit in the warehouse. So if it gets too hot right next to that, that kicks in and it'll cool it off or to heat it up, whatever it needs to do. So we got two things right next to each other combating what they're doing. So the humidifier points right at my harvest table, right where I stand, straight down. So when it kicks in and I'm harvesting, it gets very hot. It blows pretty good at me. So it definitely will pump some heat in there, which is good for the winter. I mean, not so good for the summer. Unless you live in Phoenix, humidity is what it is. It's what's that? Humidity is what that. I got you. Yeah, yeah. I love Phoenix. If you're in Phoenix, that's Phoenix, Scottsdale, really area. It's one of my favorite areas. Been out there a couple times. Love that area. So love visiting anyway. I don't know if I'd love living there, but I probably would. I loved it. I was riding a bike when it was 110 around everywhere out there. So I kind of like it out there. So, get to wear less clothing, get to relax. Much better than the Midwest. We deal with everything. We get everything here. It'll be 110. It'll be 32. Maybe the next day. Any other questions? Oh, I still hike when it's over 110. Yeah, I don't miss my home state of Michigan. Yeah, probably definitely not this time of year for sure. We've had pretty good snow up in that area, so we're about 4 hours, 3.5 hours from the Michigan state line. So yeah, we're not far. Snow and commute are not fun. Nope. The snow's not as bad as the ice. When it ices, that's the worst. That's what I hate. I can deal with some snow, but the ice, no go. Like we harvest days on Monday, and we have ice. We had ice so bad we couldn't travel 15 minutes to get over to our warehouse to start harvesting until like 4 p.m. So we had to push back deliveries and everything that week and all that. So, but we still had to get here at some point because we had to water the microgreens, or we came the next day to everything falling over. So we had to get here at some point to do that. So we waited till later in the day where it was a little bit more safe to get over here, and then we just I think hung out here most of the night. So it's pretty late when we left. So the ice is much worse, much worse. Yeah, in the field of tech and data centers, so 24/7, had to go no matter what. Yeah, yeah. Some of them jobs in the Midwest, people don't understand. You just have to go regardless. You got to get in there. So, um, we had to get here at some point, but we just went in late, and then Just didn't harvest till later. We did a little bit of harvesting that day, then finished it up the next day. It's the only thing we could do. Deliveries were all day late. Well, actually, one deliveries were 2 days late because the Tuesday deliveries moved to Thursday because I can't move my Wednesday deliveries because they wanted us there on Wednesday because they don't get the other bigger trucks on Thursday. So, like, we had to go on Wednesday on them. So that wasn't something we could really move. We would have probably lost them sales for that week, and we can't afford to do that. So we made them ones work. Wood Hippie. Oh. Music Jewel. Okay, dog setter here. Thanks again. Gotta go. Okay. Thanks, Music Jewel. Have a great one. Wood Hippie. I'm just starting out and thinking about putting in drip water system. What are your thoughts on them? So you're going to top water? I don't recommend top watering if that's what you're doing. You're going to have more mold issues. The crops are going to be wetter when you harvest them. There's a lot more issues. I definitely recommend bottom watering. If that's what you're going with, definitely bottom watering. Hey, Jenna, thanks for the likes over on TikTok. Appreciate it. Just behind the scenes of the podcast over here. Talking to everybody on the not the podcast, on the YouTube live. Figured I'd go behind the scenes here over on TikTok. Thanks for all the likes. Really do appreciate it over there. So yeah, if you're wood hippie, if you're top watering, I do not recommend top watering drip system like that. You're just asking for more issues than it's worth. If you can figure a way out to drip water, bottom water, or directly into the soil and not on top of the crops. But yeah, that would be interesting. My girl Jenna is always over liking my stuff over on TikTok for me. Appreciate it highly. She always gets me up there and likes. Someday we'll get viewers over on TikTok more, but so if you guys ever want to, if you're on TikTok, follow me over there at Microgreen Business Coaching. We'll appreciate it. You had Wood Hippie. If you can just explain a little bit more of what you're doing there, if you can, that'd be interesting. Only thing I'm thinking, like, on top is that if that's what drip system you're talking about, but you could lay it over and just goes right into the soil, then it would work. Then that would work. Jenna giving all them likes out. Thank you. The itty bitty might be over there too, giving all them likes. Appreciate it, guys. We have a cool system back there. If you ever wanted to grow microgreens just for your home, I haven't put anything in there in a couple weeks, but that thing back there, the white, will automatic water everything. It does do top watering. It works out okay, but I don't know if I would sell them because they are pretty wet. There's something you're going to have to cut and eat fresh. So that's that back there, right there. And you just push that button at the top. It's got the tank of water over there. Right there, the tank. And it waters them. And it just does it automatically, comes out and sprays them, can hold 9 little trays of them. It's pretty cool. But again, it's not something I would do commercially because they are going to be wet on top. It's something you're going to harvest and eat right away. Christina, what would you do if you get really sick? We are recovering from COVID. Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, as some of you may know, I did have 2 surgeries when I had cancer. I had 2 surgeries, and I say when because I cured that shit. Kick that out of here. But my lovely wife did all the work for them. I was basically down for a week after each surgery. and I had 2 of them within 2 weeks of each other. So I had a good week in between, and then it was down again. So they kicked my butt pretty good. So she had to do a lot of the work. So having somebody to help you, but if you're all experienced COVID, yeah, it's tough. That's tough to do. Do what you can, water the plants, keep them alive, and then that's all I can. I Jess, you got anything on that? Like,
I mean, most of us are in a small enough situation to where if you call your, grocery store or home deliveries and say, "Hey, we're down, not feeling good," I'm sure you understand. Most of them are going to be like, "Oh yeah, definitely feel better. We don't want your sick butt over here anyway." So yeah, keeping the plants alive, water what you can, keep the plants happy, and then you kind of do what you can for the week that you're down or week or so. And really kind of make sure your customers understand why, so they're not thinking you just dipped on them.
yeah,
Communication is key. If you can't talk because you can't talk, email, text, make sure you're communicating with your customers so that that they're aware that you are trying. And most of them are really super understanding. Like we had grocery stores when we had a ice storm, snowstorm. They're like, "We're shocked to see you here. It's been horrible weather." I was like, "We're getting here."
yeah.
So, or the weeks that my son actually helped with deliveries when he was down for surgery, our second oldest son actually went out with us with me for deliveries, and he was awesome enough to do that. And he was like, "She's holding me hostage."
Yeah. Yeah, he did help the deliveries.
I'm very glad we have a good relationship with those produce managers because
Yeah.
they didn't believe him.
Yes.
It's like, what did you just say to him?
Yeah, my son did help us out a lot with that.
Yeah.
He had to go do deliveries and stuff, so it was very good at that. I stayed on the couch and just slept. I think I slept for 7 days straight.
I don't think you remember
I don't
at
remember
least a week
much.
of each one of those.
No.
Yeah, it was
No.
rough. He doesn't take pain medicine, so sneaking medicine into his everything was fun.
But yeah, just tell people the reality, the really of it, and then that's all you can do. Explain to them that life happens. We're all going to get sick. You're a small farm. They probably understand that. You're a family farm. You're one person, 2 people, whatever it is, and just deal with it. And do what you can. You can only do what you can. You can't make miracles happen. So, thanks, Jenna. Yep. Wife has goat info. Yes, she's amazing. Communication is the key, for sure.
Definitely. Lee asks, so what do you do with the extra products? Say a customer can't take a delivery.
Well, make sure you're growing to order, using the grow to order model for sure. Definitely recommend the grow to order model. And make them pay ahead of time so that way they take it. But you do run into situations occasionally. It's real life. It's real business. It's going to happen. So it's either you got more products for you to eat, or use that as an opportunity to go out and sample and give them away and try to get new business. Maybe you can get some new business out of that. Go to other restaurants, sample away. Go to grocery stores, sample away. Maybe if you have somebody who was on the fence about a home delivery, say, "Hey, I'm going to drop some free products off to you. Somebody couldn't take them. I know you're interested. Let me drop these off for you," and drop them off for them and give them to them. Don't waste them. Give them away as samples or eat them. If it's too much for you to eat, give them away as samples, and you never know what business you can get out of that. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's something that's going to really help you and grow your business.
Jenna has a question over on.
Yeah, the grow to order model, Jenna, is something we definitely go over in our program. We explain that in pretty much detail and teach everybody how to do that for sure. So if you want to get over there in the program, $97 a month, you can get into our main program, which if you're over on the TikTok side, pick myself back down here. Boom. This is what it is over there. Over on TikTok side, I'm showing you the screen right now of that with the bar in the way, probably.
Yeah.
But that's everything we do in our main course over here. So you get all of this coaching program. Explains everything. There is one in here, I think. Choosing your fish project, grow cycle and schedule. We talk about it there. And your growth cycle is there.
I
Where's
think
the
it's under
one
the business model. Up
under the
higher.
business model? I forget where I put things. So foundation, business structure, defining your business model. That is something. Understanding the products. We go over all that. Business foundations. But yeah, we have the grow to order information all in there as well. So yeah. We go over that in pretty good detail in there. Yeah, thank you, OBS Marketing. Thank you. Appreciate that. We got a lot of stuff over there in there. You got the resources, how to grow. You can put YouTube lives. We got tools, apps, and spreadsheets that are coming. Most people probably haven't seen that yet because that's still in drafts, but that is in there. So definitely will be coming. Thank you, Jenna. Deep one over on YouTube. How often do restaurants seek microgreens in your? We do very well with restaurants. We have very stable restaurants. Order every week. They're on a standing order every week. They can change it within reason if they need to, or get us the heads up. They're going to change it because they change their menu. But they are definitely very, very good. You can get. We started at a restaurant that was $50. Now they're near 400. 300. We'll say 300. Just to give you enough hope. Around 300. Most of our restaurants are above $150, $200, and them are every week. So they do very well. We do not over on TikTok. We do not sell seeds at this point. We can. It costs us $15 to get a license to do it. So it's something we're looking at down the road. That's just the time factor of doing that. But there's a microgreen grower, a Greener Harvest, that sells seeds. And he's a microgreen grower down in Louisiana. He does great. And he sells seeds. So that's who we buy from. What is that? Oh, I don't know what that is. My TikTok on my computer started playing stuff. I didn't know where it was coming from. Sorry about that.
Jenna says, bagel finagle. Josh's seeds are great. Yes.
Yes, Josh's seeds are great.
Josh, aka Bagel, aka Greener Harvest. You know,
he was a different name too, but
there was another name
company
too.
name, but yeah.
Yeah, man of many names.
Yeah, that's where I would recommend getting your seeds for first. We haven't had any issues. We did have one issue, but he took care of it. Cantaloupe seeds were not as good as we thought they were going to be. Neither did he, but he took care of that. So we do thank Josh for that. So it happens. You ain't going to be 100%, but like I said, he took care of it. So, but everything else, no issues. His tiny sunflower seeds are great. All right. What else we got tonight, guys? Anybody got anything? Any questions? Thank you guys being over on TikTok and asking questions over there. So, Jenna, my order from Greener Harvest Seeds came fast too. Yeah, they do pick up pretty fast. UPS likes to beat them up a little bit, but they do come fast. No issues with that at all. Yeah, his seeds are awesome. They come pretty fast. Thanks for the 5,000 likes over on TikTok. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you very much. Highly appreciate that. Trying to build that channel up for more. Yeah, any more questions? Anybody got any questions to go with? John Connolly's not here, but he did join new membership. So we appreciate that, John. He did that earlier, and that showed up, so appreciate that. He is a Germination member, $2.99, all it costs. Remember, we do have that webinar coming up. wherever that's at. Jess, can you bring that webinar up? It's $4 today. Tomorrow night it'll go to $5. $4 for that webinar. You can email Mike at microgreenbusinesscoaching.com and just put in web one, and we'll lock you in for that $4 for that webinar. That will be capped at 250 people. We're going to be doing some advertising here in a couple days, so that will be capped. The price will be going up, so make sure you get in. $4, cheapest price you could probably get, so cheaper than a cup of coffee. What is one thing you think a beginner should know about your program? That we are here teaching you hands-on every week, getting in there. It's a full course. It teaches you everything, but a course can only do so much. You need that group coaching, that one-on-one, getting that live, having that community of people that are like-minded like you. That's the key. Anybody can get a course out there for you. It's needed. You got to have that part. You need that stuff, but you really need that community. You need that communication with each other. You need somebody who's going to communicate back with you in real time if you ask a question. And that's what we do. You ask a question on there, maybe a day or two before we get back to you because we are busy. But usually in the same day, we get back to you on that community, answer your question, get it out there, and then we do them group calls. We schedule them for an hour, but they're usually like 2 hours. Like I know a guy, Mike, another Mike, that he'll schedule something for an hour and a half, and it's 3.5 hours later that we get off that call. So all the time. So definitely does that. Do you help on the calls when getting better about pitches? Yeah, we go over how to talk to people, how to go in and talk to restaurants, how to talk to grocery stores, how to develop that. If you go in, you flub up, let us know what happened, and we'll refine it and do stuff with it as well. So we definitely, we've been down that road. I did part-time salesman for a while. I sold perfume on the street in Cologne. All right. If you want to learn how to get rejected, go sell perfume and cologne on the streets and go into restaurants and go up to people on the street, try to sell them perfume and cologne. You'll learn how to get rejected really fast. RB in high school is a guy. You'll learn how to get rejected really fast there too. But go out, sell perfume and cologne on the street. That helped me get out of my shell the most. The best way to do it is you just got to do it. You got to be rejected. Yes, we use the Burpee Fine Vermiculite in the beet grow. I definitely recommend that. That is the best. Any bigger vermiculite than that, it's not good at all. My business partner bought the 247 deal, was wondering if we could do an hour session in person so we can see your operation in person. Sure. We could work that out for sure. Yeah. Wood Hippie, let us know. Are you close to us? Where are you at? Yeah, but we're willing to do that. We can do that. We can work something out. Jenna, I have kids in the night routine getting. Great seeing you. Thank you for answering your question. Yeah. Thanks, Jenna, for being over there. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the likes. 6,000 likes over on there. So I appreciate that. Got 7 likes over here. So make sure you like this video, guys. We appreciate it. Get them likes in on YouTube as well. All right, Wood Hippie, get a hold of us. My email is Mike at microgreenbusinesscoaching.com. You probably already have that. You can email me over in the Growth Bites if you're over there. Whatever name you're on underneath over there. Don't necessarily. So let me know, and we will get you taken care of. Yeah, for sure. We'll hook you up. We'll figure something out. Sure. All right, guys. Going for over an hour now. I'm gonna go finally find some food. Maybe, hopefully, a little bit of food. Get to bed and get back starting all this over again tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys all being here and being on the live. Thank you for showing up. You know, you guys are the real ones want to do this as a business. So let's get out there and crush it. If you need any help, get a hold of me and get in that webinar. That's going to be amazing. So we will talk to you guys in the next one. Have a great night. See ya.